And there's an 11th commandment. We know that Christ said, I give you a new commandment. And that's to love one another as I have loved you. Now we need to get an 11 in there. Well, there are a lot of L's. Think of a lowercase l. Love one, that's 2 L's, that's 11. Another as I have loved you. So that's the 11th commandment. You can take love one or I love as 2 L's. It's not 1,111, but just take it as 2 11s, okay? And that's the 11th commandment. But that follows from the Shema too, because if you love God, you will love his creation. And if you love God, you will obey his commandments. And God commanded us to love one another. So you don't say, well, I'm going to love God with 99% of my being, and I'll save 1% to love one another. No, you love God with 100%, but by loving God with 100%, since he tells you to love one another, and since your fellow mankind is made in his image, you're to love them because they're made in his image. Okay. An example that some people give is a $100 bill. If you have a $100 bill with Benjamin Franklin's picture on it, and I only have Lincoln's picture, but pretend Benjamin Franklin's picture on it, and somebody throws it on the ground in the mud and stamps on it, and it's really dirty. And someone else has a really crisp, clean one. Well, what's the difference in value between the two? They're still both worth $100 because they have Ben Franklin's image on them, okay? And a little more than the image, but because they have that image, because a lowly person was made in God's image. And that's another lengthy discussion we won't get into, but because we're made in God's image, you have to respect everyone. You have to deal with everyone as made in the image of God. Okay. And just to close, the big timeless truth you need to remember is the Shema, and that everything else follows from that. And the law and the prophets are just commentary on that and explaining how we got things, how we misinterpreted that. Then Christ came to further explain how we misinterpreted it. And then the epistles were written to further explain how we misinterpreted that. So all we need is the Shema if we correctly interpret it, but we need to read the whole Bible as a commentary to correctly interpret it. And that's it.